Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on my niece Brittany. She's 14 years old. I've been getting a lot of requests from younger girls on my channel, anywhere from like the ages from 13 to 16, asking for drugstore product makeup tutorials, something that they can afford, tutorials without foundation. That's what I'm going to be doing for her today. My sister's recording me, so whatever. She has really clear skin. She has maybe like a few problem areas, so we're not going to use any foundation, and it's going to be just a different alternative. We're not going to use like that many MAC products or anything like that. So if you guys are interested in seeing this look, it's just going to be something for younger girls, since that's like the fan base that I have. So if you're interested, keep watching. Bye. So the first thing that we're going to start off with is her face, the concealer and the powder and bronzer and blush and whatever. I don't have any brushes with me, so what I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Mineral Power Concealer, and this one is in Fair. I'm not sure if you guys can see that.
It's around
$8.
Not.
Yeah, it is around $8.
Around $8.50.
And this concealer a little goes a super long way, so I'm just going to kind of wipe off my brush a little bit. I hope that I'm in the camera because it's really hard for me to see. We're going to place this under her eyes. I'm going to do about 3 dots on the bottom and about 2 dots on top. Look up. She only needs a little concealer. We're going to go in her problem areas. We're going to put some on the side of her nose to remove any redness. Some on some acne scarring that she has on her chin. She has a little discoloration over here, and she's good to go. I'm just going to take my ring finger and blend this into her skin. If you're doing this on a client or on someone you don't really know, it's best to use like a sponge. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm at my sister's house and she has kids, you guys know that. So we're going to go on the side of the nose.
You don't have to use 3 dots, so estimated approximately.
Approximately estimated. You know, you just do it however you want. Look up. Now I'm going to blend this in with my ring finger. You want to make sure I can get close to the lash line as possible because either someone's really blue or red there. She's a little red because she's very fair. She has fair skin. Close your eye. We're going to put this on the bottom, bring it up to the brow bone. She doesn't need any foundation. That's what I said at the start of the video. I'm just doing this tutorial for younger girls who want to wear makeup and look good with a cheaper alternative and not wearing much makeup. So if you're young like her, her mom doesn't let her wear much makeup, but little concealer and powder and whatever else is fine. We're putting a little normal than she usually wears, but it's okay. So now that we got the concealer on.
And this is a great look for school.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to start with the powder. The powder that I'm using today is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Pressed Powder with SPF 20. And this is in light 20 as well. This is about $14 or $13 at CVS.
It's a really good powder.
And I'm using a Essence of Beauty kabuki brush. I'm all over the place tonight. And this was about $12. And I'm just going to kind of swirl it in there. I'm hitting pan. So we're just going to swirl it in there, and I'm just going to buff this lightly into her skin. We're going to get on her forehead. She's just going to even out her skin tone, mattify her skin a little bit. She doesn't really have oil or dry skin. She has like maybe combination skin. We're going to get on top of the eyelids. We're going to go on the bottom of her neck. We're just going to even out the skin tone. She doesn't want a really white face with a darker neck. And we're going to do her nose, her upper lip. Look up. We're going to do under her eyes. You want to set the concealer really well. And that's it. I know a lot of younger girls may have, you know, more acne than her, or maybe even less. So it's your preference. If you want to wear foundation, you definitely could if you want. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to be using e.l.f. There's a lot of e.l.f. products that are really cheap and affordable. They're $1 a piece. This bronzer is in Sun Kissed, and this was $1 as well. I'm just gonna get my Coastal Scents brush. We're gonna tap it in there just a little, tap off any excess. And this is called the 3C. We're gonna get up in her temples, here in her cheekbones, and then where her jaw is at. Basically, by getting it up in the temples and down here with the jawline, it's going to slim out her face, even though she doesn't really need it. But we're just going to do the traditional bronzer application. Okay?
All girls try to make themselves look skinnier somehow.
We're going to do this side. I'm not coming out like a 3. I'm left-handed. I'm going to use my right hand for this. Temples, cheek, there.
Just the basic 3.
Okay, so now we're gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna be using the MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish. This one is in the color Dainty. This is MAC Mineralized Skin Blush, and in Dainty, it's like a pink corally color. I'm gonna go in with the same Coastal Scents brush. I'm just gonna tap this into our color, kind of swirl it around and tap. And we're just gonna get this into the apples of her cheeks, tap off any excess. Right here. The apples, and then bring it up a little bit into her temple, not too much because we do have bronzer on. This is just going to give her an extra flush of color. So now we're going to start with the eyes. We're going to be using a MAC paint pot. This one is in Painterly. You don't have to use a MAC paint pot or like a Urban Decay Primer Potion. You can use L'Oreal's Decrease. That's if you want to keep your eyeshadow on lasting all day. Like if you're going to go to school and you know that your eyeshadow is going to be on all day, you can use that. So I'm just going to be putting this across her entire lid, up to the brow bone, and we're going to be doing a really easy eye look. We're just going to do one wash of color on her lid up to her brow bone, and then a MAC eyeshadow in the crease. We're just going to be using a Physicians Formula makeup brick. That's what they're called. This has some greens in there. We're just going to be using the lightest color, and we're going to do one solid wash over her lid and her brow bone with the same color, and then a MAC color in her crease. And this is the champagne color that we're going to be using. We're going to be using an e.l.f. brush. These are actually $1. I love these. And
amazing brushes for $1.
They are really good. So we're just going to dip her brush in there, and we're just going to wipe this. We're just going to pat this on her lid. We're going to pack that on her lid. I'm just going to bring it up all the way to the brow bone. And I really like this color in her because she's somewhat tan from all the bronzer. And this beautiful champagne color, and there's a little sparkle, it's a little shimmery. It's going to give her a beautiful wash on her lid without too much color, without being too dramatic. Leave your eye open. We're just going to put this in the middle of her tear duct a little, just to let her eye pop a little. It's going to brighten up her eyes. So I'm just going to get the hoax. I'm going to dip it in to the eyeshadow, just swirl it around, tap off any excess, and we're just going to get this in to her crease, kind of like in her outer V, just doing like circular motions, and then kind of like windshield wiper back and forth. We're not going to get this all the way into her crease because we don't want this to be too smoked out. I think for her age and for girls whose moms and dads don't let them wear much makeup, I think this is perfect. The matte brown color is just for a little extra definition. If you would want to go in with a darker color, this is how it would look, just like that, but you can always go in with a darker brown just to give it a little bit of extra definition, like I said. And we're gonna go in with a pencil brush. This one is by Estee Lauder. You don't need to use an Estee Lauder brush, you guys get the idea. I'm gonna be going in with this dark chocolate brown color, and I'm gonna be dipping my brush into there, and I'm gonna be going on like her outer third of her bottom lash line. Open your eye. And I'm just gonna be swiping this onto the bottom. We're just gonna put it on there. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then I'm gonna smudge it out a little with my finger. That's gonna give her a little bit more of a smoky look on the bottom instead of the top. I think that that looks pretty good. And we are gonna do mascara, and we're gonna come back with the lip products.